AI isn't just changing how we work, it's changing who we need to be to keep up. If you have ever wondered how real people, not just tech giants, are actually using AI to grow their businesses, you are in the right place. Welcome to AI in Focus, the podcast where we dive into the real world stories of entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals navigating the AI landscape. Hi, I'm Garima, your host. Every month, I sit down with people who are experimenting, succeeding, and sometimes struggling with AI, sharing what's working, what's not, and where they're headed next. You'll find insights here to help you navigate the future of work with confidence. To kick off the very first episode of AI in Focus, we bring to you someone who's been building at the intersection of technology and innovation for over 20 years. He is a computer scientist, a serious product builder, and an AI expert who's always been ahead of the curve. He's spent more than 20 years in the tech space, creating real-world solutions and scaling impactful products, including his work on Decipher.ai, a tool designed to make complex information easier to consume. About 4 years ago, when AI began to truly shift gears, he dove in headfirst. As a lifelong tech enthusiast, he couldn't ignore the potential, and that's when his journey into AI became more than curiosity. Since then, he's gone all in mentoring startups through the StartMate Accelerator, helping businesses rethink how they operate with AI, and co-founding AI2Easy, a company we built together to make AI adoption simple, accessible, and practical for real businesses. And on a personal note, this episode is especially meaningful to me. I've known him for over 20 years, and as we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary this year, I've witnessed every late night, every breakthrough, and every moment of resilience that's gone into building this brand. He's not just my co-founder, he's my partner in life and work, and someone who brings deep technical insight with a big heart for solving real problems. I feel very proud to have Nikhil with me on my very first episode of AI in Focus. Welcome, Nikhil.
Thank you.
Let's dive into AI2Easy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you and super proud of what you've starting. It's not easy to take an idea which you have been brewing for such a long time, and you've put so much of thought, passion into this, and then bringing it out and starting this. It's amazing. Thank you. And super, super proud of that. And thank you for having me as the first guest.
I had to bring someone in AI to be my first guest, and why not you?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
So let's start with your background first. Tell me about, or tell our audience about your journey. What problem did you see that sparked AI2Easy?
Absolutely. I've been in the industry for long, and I've seen large businesses like the Ubers and the Meta, where they have utilized large amount of data and technology to solve real problems and build real world solutions, which helps take their business from one level to the next. Seeing that and working with some of those businesses and helping them, I had this thing that how can we bring this kind of setup technology to small and medium-sized businesses which don't have that access to resources, the same kind of funding and money. And that's where my whole thing was, what if we can build such solutions at 1/10 or 1/100th of the cost for
Small to medium
businesses. And that's what kind of started me. And I was working with startups and working and seeing how if you use the right technology, use the right tools, you can get similar kind of an ROI. And that's the intersection of both of those things happen. And that's what I started thinking. And that's where I focused in and saying, yep, this is what we want to do.
I know you started your business 10 years ago, which was more around computer vision, giving them solutions on technology. And then about 4 years ago, when, of course, as a tech enthusiast, you just thought about AI is booming and you learned things about AI, and you straight away jumped into AI and you thought, okay, let's start solving problems using AI because that is the thing now. And that's where you are now with AI2Easy.
Absolutely. That's how AI2Easy took the genesis of AI2Easy.
Yes. So I know the name is very bold, AI2Easy. What does making AI easy mean for you and your team?
I think, as the name suggests, it's AI2Easy. What when we were thinking about is again the same genesis, making AI accessible for everyone,
Yeah.
making democratizing AI, not just for the upper echelons or the businesses which are large.
Yeah.
Everyone who has access to the tools can start with. And that's what ChatGPT did, remember?
Yeah.
ChatGPT, when it came, anyone and everyone who had access to internet could start using that as a tool. And see what happened. It was one of the fastest growing app ever in the internet.
And easy to use app.
And easy to use. And so I think those are the things which, tool, easy to use, becomes magic.
Yeah.
And that's how we came up and said that's why the name AI2Easy, something which is so powerful but so easy
To adopt.
To adopt.
Yeah.
I think that's where the AI2Easy
Easy.
name came. And that's what it means to us. So
Yeah.
making it really easy for people to use it and they don't even know that's AI.
Yeah. Let's get into AI in business. What are the biggest myths businesses believe using AI or about AI?
There are quite a few. We speak to a lot of businesses. So one, obviously, it cannot solve all your problems. It's just another tool, another technology. It's not there to solve all your problems. If there are people problems, process problems, that's AI cannot solve. What it can, so that's one myth. Second, you've got to invest time. It's not an out of box, something like you bring in a new TV, you put it
Plug
on,
it in.
plug it in and it starts. Yeah, that's not how AI is. AI requires, it's more like when you onboard a new employee, you onboard a new intern, how you bring them to your business and teach them how your business works.
Yes.
It's the same journey you need to take with an AI product. It's like AI solution. You've got to bring them in and understand and see how your business works and tune and make sure that AI works within your business. So that's the second biggest myth which I hear people. Oh, we tried it.
It didn't work. Yeah. So it's working within your own environment. And probably the same AI solution can be given to a different business, but it won't work that way in the other business. It is customized, plus the way you adapt it and the way your organization is working on it.
Correct.
It's completely different.
Absolutely.
Organization to organization.
Absolutely.
So that's the myth that probably we need to be correct.
Absolutely. It's same solution, but in a different flavor. So, everyone uses a CRM, but everyone uses the CRM in a different manner.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's the right tool.
Yeah.
How you use it, how you adapt it, how you embrace within your workflow, that's different.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, very nice. So who gets the biggest wins with AI and who is struggling to see results with AI? Which businesses you think?
Let's start with who is struggling. In a maturity level in a business, you have different maturity levels of a business. For example, someone has amazing processes. They have data governance already. They have standard operating procedures, which they have already done. So they're started to thinking about, we tried old, like a robot process automation, RPA. So they're at a very high in the maturity level. Some people have just realized because they saw a YouTube video or someone they met at a golf course and said that I'm using AI, you're not using it. Before you dive into that, you've got to understand where you are in the journey, what all you have done, what kind of steps have you already taken. Do you have the SOPs in place, which is the ones which are going to help you provide more ROI in the business?
Yeah.
There's so many places in a business where technology can help, starting from lead generation to anywhere till operational customer support. So all throughout you have AI it's up to the business to decide, the business owners to work and see where they're getting the most ROI. So having that so those are the folks who are a little ahead in that are the ones who are winning. Other biggest factor, which when you say who are winning, is people who are ready to adopt, embrace, experiment, and evaluate. Like they have earmarked something. We are going to try these things. We are going to try it. It's an experiment.
Yeah.
And building the company and the whole cultural mindset around that is saying AI is here to stay. We are going to embrace it. We are going to try it. If some things don't work, that's
That's
fine.
fine, yeah.
We'll drop it. We'll try something else and see. So that mindset, business owners who have that growing mindset are the ones who will definitely, and people who, I remember this was not the first time. I remember when mobile phones came, even online shopping came, they were business owner. Oh, we have a brick and mortar shop. We are fine. People come and buy. And you know what Amazon did to everyone, right? So everyone, it just takes time. Businesses who adopted that time on e-commerce, they're still surviving, and businesses didn't. We know how many stores in US have closed down.
Yes, because of that. Yeah. Again, I want to come back. Which are the businesses who are struggling?
Who are not ready to accept that this is a change. This is going to stay. Yeah, this is going to stay, and this is not a fad anymore, or this is not just a nice to have tool. This is there to stay, and this is going to change how we think about every department.
Okay, good. So change the way we think using AI.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go into practical questions where tell us some use cases or a client story about where AI2Easy has saved a significant time or money in their business. How did you help them do that?
Absolutely. There are quite a few. One which I can think right now is everyone in Australia knows about Strata. Strata is a very common body. It's a governing body which takes care of a group of houses or commercial property. And they need to do a lot of reporting work because they do meetings, they get all the invoices, financial reporting, inspections, pest inspections, all kind of things. And at the end of that, they need to generate a report so that they can do whatever. That process takes a lot of time because, the amount of documents they have to ingest, there are various PDFs, and then understanding that and then building a report of that.
Yep.
We worked with a business which does this kind of reporting. They had subject matter expertise on the Strata side, and we had subject matter expertise on the AI side. So we combined our power together. And now we built a solution where you drop in all your documents from your meeting minutes to your inspection reports to your financial reports. Everything goes in. The AI engine understands them and then generates insights and extracts information and puts in the reporting template.
Okay.
The human experts, the people who are doing the reporting, they go through that. They see everything is fine. They make minor changes and they're happy. And can you believe how long it takes now to do this reporting?
Yep. Probably a few minutes.
5 minutes to be exact. From few hours to 5 minutes. And they're already using this to generate 40 reports a day.
Okay. That's commendable.
So
they've saved a lot of time.
They've saved a lot of time.
If they have saved a lot of time, then automatically they have saved a lot of money on their business.
And this is real value. Like they're seeing real value out of this. So yeah, I think, and multiple such cases like this.
So that's amazing. So what are the biggest challenges that you faced when you were doing this? I'm sure there might be many, but...
Yeah, definitely. It was, I think the biggest challenge was as you can imagine, the kind of documents we were looking at. They had the whole plan of the lots. It had a lot of information in a very cryptic manner. Understanding those documents and extracting those values and then validating it with the user was the key part. It's not a simple Word document which has in a very simple way. It has figures in there. It has tables in there. It has a lot of handwritten information, and everything is different. So anyone and every starter is different, right? So they have different kind of format structures. So generalizing that and then understanding what those could be and then extracting them out and putting into a structured format was the biggest challenge. And that's when I said having subject matter experts, working with the experts and making sure what we are doing and iterating few cycles with them was the key. If we would have done it alone, we would have never reached that. If they would have tried it alone, they would have never. So that collaboration was the key in this, where we worked together to make it a success.
Okay. So that was quite a bit of challenge for you to get to that.
Yes.
And we can say, is the report 99% accurate?
Oh, absolutely. Now we are almost at 95%, and that 5% is done by the
human in the loop.
Yes.
As we talk about, it's a hype these days, right? Some critics say that most AI solutions is just a buzzword. And do you agree that today it's overhyped, or how do you separate real AI marketing spin?
There definitely is some hype
Yeah.
and some real things. And that happens with any new thing which comes across.
Yeah.
People want to ride the wave and see how they can make some quick money. But that said, AI is here to stay. Large language models, foundational models like ChatGPT, OpenAI,
Yeah.
Anthropic, and Gemini, they are here to stay. They will add a lot of value in a lot of work. Defining hype versus real is obviously every business is adding on a line on their website, the AI powered. Obviously, when you go and evaluate it and see how much of that they are doing by how much of it is actually happening, what kind of, if previously you were spending half an hour doing that work and now you're getting done in 5 minutes, that is an ROI, right? That has a value add.
Of course, yeah.
Whether they're using what kind of AI or whether they have done something in the workflow which has improved, as a user, you're getting value. For example, in Decipher, when you put in when you put in a speech or an audio, you had to manually listen to the audio and transcribe the words.
Yes.
But now you have technology which can transcribe it automatically, and you just have to review and make sure
the transcription is
fine and
it has created the right report.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there is value in there. You just have to evaluate each tool which you're using or each workflow which you're using and seeing whether it's just a keyword which they've added or there is some value. And you can find out by talking to people around you or reviews, and you will eventually. But the underlying statement, what I'm trying to say is AI is here and it's already changing workflows in businesses, whether it's coding, whether it's in transcription, everywhere it's adding value. So the hype is there and it's in the right sense, like it is making difference.
So I think we are clear that AI is here to stay.
Yes.
It is definitely overhyped, but it's good to adapt it now because it is going to stay with us.
Yeah.
How do you decide which AI solutions are truly valuable versus just an AI solution?
It's a very business and a very contextual question for the business.
Yeah.
For example, if you are into media and graphics, media design and graphics, for them, having a tool like Sora or VO3 from Gemini is definitely a game changer, where you can Midjourney, where you can generate ideas and see. You're not replacing your creative team. You're saying, can we generate more ideas? Can we create more mood boards? Can we create more different angles and see which ones you might like and then go deeper into those? And now such tools for a construction company or a operations heavy company, would they use them? Not at all.
Yeah.
So the AI tools are very focused in what they do, and that's how they become good. The more narrow and the more focused the tool is, the better value it's going to, because it's tuned to that particular use
case. Yeah.
So the better it is for that particular use case, the worse it will be for a very generic use case. So that's what it is. So it is valuable. A tool might be valuable for your business, but not for the other business. And that's because they're in that stream of work, which will help them elevate their workflows, but not yours. So that's what you need to think.
Now, let's put this question in AI2Easy. So when you meet your clients, you give them, you discover their operations or whatever they are doing in their businesses, and then you provide some AI solutions to them. Now, how do you provide AI solutions to those businesses that this should be the solution? And this probably is nice to have.
Right.
And I know you phase it out. I know how you do it, but I would like the audience to know how you as a AI business owner provide that solution to your clients, what is good for them and what is nice to have. Again, now it's up to them to probably reverse it altogether as to where they're building ROI is. But how do you do that?
Yeah, I think it's a valid question. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of areas where AI can help in every department. So the way we generally try to help is once we have defined the use cases which are being utilized for the operational processes which the business is doing, then we try to ascertain what's a hair on a fire problem, what are the areas where they'll have the maximum ROI of utilizing. For example, a business having lots of leads, but no way of qualifying them.
Correct.
So we building a solution for them to see how we can qualify those leads and have a final score which says, if you had time today to talk to only 10 leads, which 10 would you pick from the 100 which you've got? Now, if you had a score at the end of the day of 1 to 10 and you say these 10 leads had a score greater than 9, I should focus on them because I think they are the ones which have a real genuine problem. Some people are not getting enough leads, so working with them to understand. So again, some people have great customers, but they are suffering because their customer support is not being able to scale with the problems. So having an amazing tool which can help their agents to answer the queries quickly, reduce the average handling time of the calls.
Okay.
So different departments, different challenges, which is the one which is causing them pain right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or if they're growing, what processes are falling apart.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where you
build a matrix around that.
Yeah. And then you present it to them and show them where actually AI will help them to grow their business.
And we work with them to understand because
what
they are the
their
ones,
needs are.
they are the experts in there. They know their business in and out.
So you show them where their business is right now, and then you show them the bigger picture of when AI applies to it, how their processes or the operations would look like, and which makes a difference when they see it visually. That's nice. You've seen a lot of AI trends, and how do you personally decide what's truly valuable versus what's just the latest trend going on? How do you decide? I know just between Nikhil and I know I use a lot of ChatGPT and he uses Perplexity. And there are a lot of tools which I am just using and he says, oh, you're still on it. There's a new tool that has come up and it's much better than that. So how do you decide that this is much better than what is currently in trend?
I think it's a very hard question, and given where we are, almost every day you're seeing a new tool come out. So every day a new tool is being built. So it's hard. But as part of my job, and that's what I love about this, I think I'm very fortunate that I'm in the right place at the right time, that I get to explore these tools and understand what they're doing. So for me, it's fine because but as a business owner, if I put my AI2Easy business owner hat, obviously I'm not going to invest time in exploring and evaluating all the tools which come out because there's no way we can do that. So that's where you have your recommendations, your friend circle, your business owners who are around you, help you. Having that flavor of people who are ahead in AI curve or AI experts around you helps because they are doing this on a daily basis. And then when you ask them, oh, I was having this challenge, I was having challenges in building a process workflow. And I said, oh, have you tried this tool? And they say, no. And when they went ahead and they did a subscription for that for a month, and it helped them. It records the whole screen and builds a whole process diagram from them, which they were doing manually at that moment. So it's having that network of people around you
who are more curious about learning new tools that are ahead.
And then asking on different forums and just getting that feedback, whether it's LinkedIn or wherever you're and just asking, oh, I am having this common challenge, and obviously and using ChatGPT as well to ask the question and how we can do this, and they'll give a couple of recommendations. Try that out and see whether that.
So it's always good to try new tools that are in market, or when you learn from someone whether it's going to be usable for you or not. It's good to know, and probably you might use it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I did my whole presentation the other day on AI2Easy, where I used everything from presentation to writing. I wrote my own content, but then enhancing it using ChatGPT, writing the presentation, and then drawing some waves. Everything I used AI, which was quite nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from there as well. Okay. I think now, this is very important, and because a lot of questions get asked to me as well, this is about human plus AI.
All right.
Do you see AI replacing jobs? Do you see AI replacing people? Or is it more about augmenting people's work. How do you address this concern?
Very, it's a very topical question and a very valid one. And I hear that on my end as well. To be honest, since the industrial revolution, since the time engines, machine, all were built, to when the cloud came, to when the iPhone came, there has been this fear or that will this replace jobs? Tellers moving to ATMs, teller jobs moving to ATMs. So there has been, and I agree, jobs will change, but I generally said jobs will get replaced. So now someone maintains the ATM machines rather than giving money hand out. So there is replacements of jobs will happen. And I remember I saw a video of yours where you talked about human plus AI, and your message was very clear. Humans have a place in the ecosystem, and AI has a place in ecosystem. And people who adopt AI and use that as their tools, they're the ones who will be more successful rather than thinking about getting replaced. So my general statement is that whatever we are doing, we are building tools to help humans do the task which they don't like, remove their repetitive tasks,
Yes,
and let them worry about things which they do really well, which is cognitive tasks, building relationships, building trust, building all those things which they do really well. So that's what my thing is.
with human and AI.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know someone asked me, will the models be replaced by AI? So I'm like, no, definitely not. You're not getting replaced by AI. So what do you think? Not in the...
Again, as I think animation movies have been there for a long time. Yeah. It's not that they're now the acting people have gone away, right? So some people who have, that they use AI models, some will use real models because that's what they enjoy. So there's a market for everything. And I think not replacement is not there.
Okay. How do you ensure that the AI solutions you built can be used by any non-technical, so they can actually get used? Those tools can get used by non-technical people, not that just technical people to use the tools.
Yeah.
So you have built a lot of programs, and how do you see that anyone can use it?
I think like we touched upon, why ChatGPT became very successful was, one, it had great technology. Second, it was so easy to use. We have to bring the same concept for any tool. The way we think it is how we can utilize what people are used to and build AI magic into that workflow. So if people are used to using emails and you add a workflow in email, that if you ask an email, you send an email to a particular address and you'll get a response back. Instead of going to a portal, logging into a portal and then signing and getting an answer back or looking at the data, it's much easier to you're on email, you send an email to your colleague, you just send an email to an AI and it answers back what you were looking for. Same way, if you're spending more time on Teams or Slack and you have an AI assistant on there,
yes,
and you can get your insights from there, you don't have to leave that. So thinking about those things, whatever workflows you are, if you're using a portal or you're using a CRM or you're using whatever you are, and it adds on to that portal or your workflow, then people are more happy to adopt it and use it in a more easier manner rather than saying, oh, this process was a wrong process. We are just reshifting everything and they have to learn and start from scratch. People are hard. People have inertia. Yeah. It's not easy to change people and the way they work. So it's much easier for technology to tune in with what they do rather than they changing completely. And sometimes you have to. It's not that they don't have to, but most of the times we try to build within the workflows they are building.
I know that you always think how a normal user can use this, not just a technical or someone from corporate level. You always see this from your dad's or mom's vision.
Correct.
How they can use it. If they can use it, then anyone can use it. Exactly. Because they're not technical and they're not in the trends that is going on.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think whatever you build, you always vision from the general user's perspective.
Correct.
And hence everyone can use or utilize their skills on that. So, okay. So Decipher.ai is again a tool which can be used by anyone.
Right.
I know there are many tools like Decipher.ai these days, but it's making everyone's life easier when they talk, any meeting, or even a podcast that we are doing now. It just writes a transcript for you or even creates a newsletter or a small meeting notes for you.
Yes, correct.
So it's easier for everyone to do that. Looking forward, I think this one that I would like to ask is, if someone is just starting to explore AI for their business, what's one simple, actionable step you would recommend for someone who's starting a business and they want to use AI?
Whether you're starting or you're running your own business, I think there are 2 or 3 main messages which I'm generally saying. One, obviously, you are experiment with AI tools, find what is working, ask ChatGPT, Perplexity, I'm doing this. What tools do you suggest for me to make my operations faster? And it'll give you some suggestions, right? And then evaluate, then see whether it's working for you or not. Second, work with subject matter experts, work with AI practitioners, and understand, because they're seeing 10x more than what you're seeing. So they are going out and building these solutions and working with businesses and helping them adopt. So learning from their experience and bringing that to your business would definitely be so. Partner, collaborate, whatever works for you with those folks in the AI practitioning. So that's another one. Third, don't give up. Some experiments will work,
Yes.
some won't work, which is fine.
Yeah.
Just because you tried something and it didn't work, that doesn't mean the whole AI is
Not working.
Not working.
Yeah.
It's just that portion of your business or workflow wasn't ready yet
For your business.
For your business. Like in ChatGPT, when it started, IQ was around 70. You would ask a question, it'll give you a dumb answer. But within a couple of years, look where it has reached. You can have a proper conversation. You can have a reasoning with that. That's the kind of exponential path AI is moving. It's becoming smarter day by day. So if it was not ready today, maybe in 6 months, it might be ready for your workflow or your problem.
I think when we just started our interview, I think this is what you did mention, that not every solution might work for every business.
Correct.
It could be this.
Absolutely.
Maybe this solution was not for your business, or maybe the solution was not for your business yet.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
don't give up on AI. It is still here. It might work, or maybe change the way it should work for your business.
Yes,
I think this is what the message we can give to our audience here. And also, just on a note, Nikhil, I know you like to mentor people and you like technology so much. You like to help businesses that are coming up, youngsters who are starting out with businesses, and you always like to mentor them. Do you want to say in your own words how you can give this opportunity to them?
No, absolutely. More than happy. Anyone who's dabbling in this space or trying few things, more than happy to reach out and talk to me and see how best I can help. I love giving back and seeing however I can support people on this journey. I was very fortunate that I got a lot of support from folks from different walks of life. So I want to obviously give back. So yeah, absolutely more than happy to support anyone. Yeah.
Thanks, Nikhil. So just to wrap up, there are a few things that I would like to know. Is some believe that many small AI companies are going to vanish once bigger platforms like OpenAI might have something out of the box tool. And how do you see that boutique companies like AI2Easy will stay in the game? What do you think about that?
It's a very relevant question. So even if you ask today these questions which you asked me, some of the answers from ChatGPT would be amazing, right? I think what's missing, it gives great answers, but what's missing is the context of your business. Like when I go into a business and I see and speak to people, I see around, I think that context and the way human brain works and the way as consultancy is understanding all those broad aspects of context putting into your brain and then coming up based on your relevant experiences of what has, what not has, one is giving you a very custom tailored solution based on your legacy system, based on your processes, based on your people, which still has a long time before any AI model can do that because it doesn't have that capability of understanding all of that context in a single go. That's one. The second, when something ChatGPT just right now gives you an answer, it doesn't execute on your behalf, right?
Correct.
So that's where we are still relevant, or businesses are still relevant, because there is someone who needs to execute and do that stuff. Go in and work, understand, make those changes, integrate the different systems and make it work. That's two. Third, when something falls apart or breaks or needs to be changed, you can't ask your
Some out of the box to
do that for you, right? So you need, again, so there's an accountability and trust which comes in. Like businesses call, like someone calls me and say, Nikhil, this is, and I say, yeah, okay, we are having a quick look at it, and then go ahead and do that.
fix
So I think there's this place of, and I'm very happy, I'm very excited that these tools are there because it helps us
to
do
solve
the problems
problems. Yeah.
and does it faster and more economical for everyone, for them, for us. It makes providing solutions much easier for us. So I'm super excited that this is there, and I think we're going to thrive in this.
Again, coming back, it's human plus AI.
Oh, absolutely.
Always, it's going to be human plus AI. When you give everything to AI, you're not sure if it is going to work the way you want. So you need human in the loop. And that's why the consultancies like AI2Easy and others are still going to stay and be in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Be relevant.
What's next for AI2Easy? Any new products? Which direction are you headed into?
I think there are 2 or 3 main areas which we are focusing, and there's a lot we are doing. The team is working really hard, and we are spending a lot of time on this. 2 or 3 main areas of focus for us. One is the interface, the human interface of how we interact with the machines. So voice for us is a very big thing.
Okay.
So investing a lot in voice of how we interact with humans, interact best in voice.
Yeah.
So that's how we are thinking. The second thing, like I mentioned, context. So knowing, if I give you some information about a business and ask you a question, the way your brain works is that it understands, yep, oh, I saw this business here, they have done this in the US, this did, and oh, they have a similar kind of a problem, and then you give a relevant answer for that particular business, tuned for that. You don't say you should go and do something what Bunnings is doing,
Yeah,
because that's not what you are giving an answer which is very custom. So understanding that context and building that context is key for us, because that's how we can help the tools which we are building providing amazing answers. So that's what we call context engineering. So that is a very big thing for us where we're focusing. And third is,
so voice, context engineering.
and the third is final is insights. So we have almost solved the problem of unstructured to structured. What we are working now is, once you have that unstructured data to structure in a structured manner, how can you generate daily key messages, which the business owners can then see and utilize in their operations and improve their operations or their productivity to help them move faster, better. Unstructured, structure, actionable insights. That's the journey we are on. We have already solved the unstructured to structured part. Now we are solving and working on how to give actionable insights to folks.
So voice, contextual engineering, and insights.
Absolutely.
So these are the
Main areas.
main 3 directions that you're moving into. The AI2Easy is moving into.
Absolutely.
Nikhil, I think for audience, what is that one liner or one sentence that you want them to take away from this podcast?
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, AI is not going to replace humans. It's going to provide tools which will help humans do what they do best. That's my final thing.
Yeah. I love that. Better tools, not replacements. That's exactly the kind of mindset we need. Nikhil, thank you for kicking off this very first episode with me. It's been such a fun and insightful ride. I know what you do, but it's been really nice to interview you today. And to everyone tuning in, this is just the beginning. We've got some amazing guests lined up, from digital marketing to wellness professionals, all sharing how they're putting AI to work in the real world. To make sure you hit follow or subscribe, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for listening to AI in Focus. Catch you in the next episode. Thank you.